Yo, Split Mind representing for survival scholars. You know we're the leaders and we don't follow. Tell the people about your story, your school story, yeah.
Mastermind Records.
We don't want your stories inside, we want it outside. On the paper from out of your mind. When you get a chance to tell it out of your lips, let it unwind. Tell the world about how you survived. Shout it out loud and speak it with pride. Anytime you get a chance to talk, make sure that you always have a smile. Students, what I want, what I need. Statistics misleading, focus on your story. Follow your dreams, living life, take lead. Sustain your dreams, never take mislead. What I want, what I need. Statistics misleading, focus on your story. Follow your dreams, living life, take lead. Sustain your dreams, never take mislead. People not hearing all kinds of anxiousness on the backs of the students, and it is a blight. Hands in my chest, take the plight. School students to share all the stories with all of the might. Not only grace that divine, self-love is a love, and this love it is one of a kind. What about life that I learn in school whilst doing my time? Students, what I want, what I need. Statistics misleading, focus on your story. Follow your dreams, living life, take lead. Sustain your dreams, never take mislead. What I want, what I need. Statistics misleading, focus on your story. Follow your dreams, living life, take lead. Sustain your dreams, never take mislead. What I want, what I need. Statistics misleading, focus on your story. Follow your dreams, living life, take lead. Sustain your dreams, never take mislead. What I want, what I need. Statistics misleading, focus on your story. Follow your dreams, living life, take lead.
Yes, welcome back everybody, and what you just saw there was a video from a campaign that is happening right now, and that campaign is called Stories Over Statistics. I'm going to be speaking with three guests this morning, and we're going to be speaking about this topic that is dealing with a very, very specific but very, very pertinent issue that we may even do unconsciously. Anyway, joining me this morning is Dorsha Charles, who is the founder and managing director of Survival Scholars. I also have with me Chrisette Benjamin, who is the founder of I Believe in Success Foundation. And finally, I have Aruna Hussain, who is a member of Survival Scholars Society. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here as well. Now, when it comes around to SEA results time, CAPE results, CSEC results, you know, people they are quick to ask certain questions. What school did you pass for? How many subjects you got? And, you know, that in itself causes, in some cases, anxiety, feelings of maybe fear, feelings of shame, and things like that. And they are so focused on the, you know, the outcome, the statistical outcome of these examinations and what the school meant. But you all are trying to change that narrative. And tell us how.
Hi, thank you so much. Definitely, around exam times is when we hear many questions about the end statistic of exam results. However, we are trying to change that narrative into having persons now asked, what is your school story? Or what are life lessons you learned in school, especially during this year where our students face so many changes and difficult circumstances?
Now, what inspired you all to, you know, start this movement and this campaign? Let me ask you, Aruna.
So during high school, into my first year of university, it was really, really difficult to manage my personal life, my academic life, and my mental health. Sometimes circumstances would happen, and I would not be able to put 100% into my exams. And I would get so hard on myself to the point where I wouldn't eat. I would get maybe less than 2 hours of sleep a night. And it got to a point where I was almost hospitalized. And that's when I realized that I need to start taking better care of my health.
Right.
And I was introduced to, you know, Survival Scholars. And they helped me remember that I should really take care of myself. And I wanted to share my story in order to help those that may be going through the same thing.
Dorsha, what inspired you to, you know, create Survival Scholars and, you know, to start this initiative?
For me, for the starting of Survival Scholars, I realized that in university, there was challenges that students face. And one of those challenges were that they wanted to complete their degree and exit school immediately as fast as they can.
Right.
And to me, learning wasn't fun or enjoyable as it should be. And so I know and understand that many students face struggles in school as well as home. I myself can relate to this. And therefore, I started Survival Scholars to let students know that although they are surviving through life and through school activities, they can also be scholars as well by taking care of their mental health and well being. And the Stories Over Statistics campaign was started when I heard a quote from Michelle Obama, where she said, "We live in a world where we focus too much on stats and not on stories." And even as I'm speaking now, my pulse is raising because it's a fact. You know, you realize this when you look at the trend around exam results time.
And let me jump to you, Chrisette. You know, how important was it for you to partner with this initiative and this campaign?
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and I must thank Survival Scholars for inviting my organization to be a part. When I took it back to my, they were all so happy to be a part of this because the reality is we do focus a lot on statistics rather than student stories. And the reality is that sometimes the exam result doesn't even determine your fate. And
Right.
with my organization that we work with, we try our best to celebrate everyone's story.
Now, Aruna, you shared a bit of your story with us, so I'd like to ask Chrisette and Dosha to share their stories with us. Tell us a little bit about your stories and your experience, you know, concerning this specific issue. Let's go with you first, Dosha.
So my story began, I would say, at SEA. I was moving to Point Fortin, so my mom put my first choice as Destiny Secondary School, but that didn't actually work out. So I spent 1 year at Destiny Secondary School, even though I was living in Rio Claro. So you can imagine that distance. And when it came to Form 2, my mom was starting to work San Fernando, so she wouldn't no longer be able to carry me from Rio Claro to Bethany. So I had to seek a transfer. And because of my high SDA marks, I wanted to transfer into a quote unquote prestigious school in South Trinidad, but no school accepted me, no prestigious school. So I ended up having to transfer last minute, the Thursday before school was supposed to reopen, to Rio Claro West Secondary School. I was very disappointed because this was an ordinary government school. However, upon entry into the school, these teachers and the staff members realized that I was a seed and they nurtured me into the person that I am today. And what I realized that this school contributed to was my holistic development, as they realized that, okay, academics is one important aspect, but also you need to nurture your talents as well. So the opportunities I gained at this school, for example, being on the school's morning radio program, writing for the school, this developed me into the holistic individual that I am today. I was able to represent the country nationally and internationally through this school. I was also able to develop my writing skills, as today I am a writer for Caribbean Inside magazine, as well as some of the projects that I participated in while being at Rio Claro West Secondary School inspired me to start my own NGO. So even though that academics was an important part, the co-curricular activities that I participated in gave me more opportunities than my CSEC or CAPE certificates ever could.
That's such a wonderful story. And before we go, how do individuals become a part of this and sign the petition as well, quickly?
Okay, so there is an online petition. If you go on Survival Scholars, you will be able to keep up to date with different persons' stories, as different people are using the hashtag stories, school stories over statistics, as well as if you go through the other pages, like on the I Believe in Success, you'll be able to see the link there as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. With that, that's all we have time for this morning, but I want to thank you all for these inspiring stories and this inspiring movement as well. I want to wish you the very best. Dosha Charles, founder and managing director of Survival Scholars. I want to thank you as well, Chrisette Benjamin, founder of I Believe in Success Foundation. And I want to thank you as well for your story and sharing with us Aruna Hussein, and she is a member of Survival Scholars Society. Thank you so much, ladies. All right, have a great morning and, you know, keep inspiring people and keep doing the things that you are doing.